Yes,
Shall I
yes,
begin? Yeah.
yes.
So good evening,
Nice
everyone.
meeting you.
Yeah. So welcome to Sunday's study session, followed by meditation. I think we are still waiting for others to join.
Hmm.
Okay.
We are waiting for
So
others to join because
uh,
others, many, they joined yesterday and unexpectedly they got a good session.
yeah, of course, yeah, it has been a good session. Every session you conduct, is phenomenal. I mean, it really helps in the healing process.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we were thinking of something, but it happened very, at least we could think about the topic yesterday was maybe again someday we will pick up that topic of,
Yeah, this
yeah, please carry on, Momita.
no, this the topic that you picked up yesterday. It's really relevant in everyone's life. I think we need more, therapy sessions on the same topic, and group meditation, the guided one, by you. I mean, it also works because everyone can relate, isn't it?
Hmm.
Hmm.
But you guys slept off.
Yeah,
I
because
told
it
you,
was
and that's why I told you that therapy should be done one on one. Group therapies, it is so healing, the therapy, the voice, and everything. That's why, I try to see your face and I say, "Are you awake?" And then I go for the next guide. But yesterday I could not because it was a group. But I really enjoyed uh, your company. So many people they came together to support this World Meditation Day. So it was good. It was good. But
okay.
yes,
So
I think we will do a one-on-one therapy again with
yeah.
Momita, Bhavni, Tanmoy, Minakshi. They all need one-on-one. They slept off at the end. Therapy can never be done in a group. So soothing that people will sleep. Okay. Good
I
evening.
I
So
need also
who is talking about Bonoshri?
Bonusri.
Yes.
I need therapy or and breath আমি ব্রেথের
Network.
যে সেশন গুলো, হ্যাঁ, ব্রেথ ওয়ার্কের সেশন গুলো আসলে পাইনি। বাট তুমি কি
Okay.
এগুলো ইউটিউব বা তোমার এই
Now,
গ্রুপে
maybe I
ভিডিওগুলো?
will do a one-on-one with you, Bonoshri. Maybe one
হ্যাঁ,
Saturday, if you are free and you can give me some time, I will do a one-on-one. Or maybe one Saturday, instead of doing in the morning the breath works, we will do it in the evening so that more people can join. I think in the morning when you do a breath work on Saturdays, only Tonmoy and Minakshi they can join, others they cannot join. So I will try to accommodate. Okay, Bonoshri, don't worry.
yeah, yes.
Okay. Okay. Good evening. So, Momita, madam, she is the madam of the group. So I have to ask her, should I start or should I not?
Yeah. I mean, of course, you can start, but if Bonushri wants to share her, healing
Okay.
journey, her experience of healing journey,
You want her
I
to
mean,
share now or should we wait for a few more to
yeah,
join?
maybe you can start with the study session, and then maybe in between, we can, Bonushri can take over to
Okay.
share her experience.
Okay. ठीक है.
Meanwhile, if someone else joins the class.
Okay. We will then. Okay. Let's start. Okay. So, yes. So we did a session on grounding and understanding why grounding is so important in the I think last to last week we did that on grounding. Okay, and we are continuing with the same topic of grounding. Hmm? So last time we understood about how to understand, do you have the what are the symptoms of lack of grounding, and we understood the points. I'll just touch the points and I will then go to the main. In spite of having everything in life, one cannot be happy. If you feel ungrounded, that means this is the symptom you'll feel. You might be having a lot of things in life and still you will feel you are not happy. You'll have depression, you will feel anxiety, okay, and you'll feel emotional imbalance. Hmm? These things, did you, and especially People who have depression and anxiety, they are suggested, and there has been experiment done by people, and and they were told to ground themselves more, and these people were able to come out of depression by just grounding themselves. Grounding is just connecting with Mother Earth. Okay, and it can be connected with many ways. I will share how you do that. Then we spoke about inability to take action. So it's like, we only keep, there are like, big, big words, but no action. That's what happens. And it also happens with a lot of women. We women are so passive that we think about a lot of things. We dream about a lot of the things, but we cannot put it into action. Sometimes also it happens is that the men in the family, the men in our lives take such big roles, we hide behind their shadow and we become a shadow to them. We know, we forget that we are someone, we have our own identity, we have our own dreams, we have our own things. Sometimes, it is not, and we cannot blame the men, but sometimes we become very sacrificing, you know and we become like, we don't start we stop taking actions, like in my life as well. Though now, like when I was about to go, I was leaving for Denmark, and many of my friends, they said, what will happen to your theater? You were so into theater and you are leaving. And I had no other option. My family always came first at that time, and I said, no, 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 it's now the time for Panna, time for Ridan. That's when we always take a back seat, our actions stop. So again, grounding helps us to understand that you are also important, you also help your own identity. Okay. Then laziness also is one of the characteristics, that you are not very grounded. You will feel very lethargic. You'll feel like sleeping whole day. These points I touched last time, so I'll not be speaking again about them. And then neglecting the body, we don't take care of our body that often. Crossing others' boundaries, we said that we don't know, we don't know how to create boundaries for ourselves, and also we cross others' boundaries. This also happens when we have lack of grounding. Spiritual bypassing also, we spoke last time, right? That spiritual bypassing happens with, we love the high of meditation. Gives us feel so much of joy. But but we do not want to address real problems. And a few days back, Dr. Preeti, and Dr. Preeti is so dear to me, and she has always been there for me whenever I have challenges and whenever I have any question. Then one day I was asking her that, I also find many people who are very senior in meditation, and and they are very, like, you will find them many years, and they are very enlightened, very senior. They feel like almost enlightened. It's not that they are faking, but also these people, they have many, they are also, they have a lot of shadows, and they have a lot of they also have a lot of cleansing that they need to do, work they need to do. And Dr. Preeti really awakened me to the fact that some people go into, that fact ke, they might be getting a lot of breakthroughs in many areas, but deep down there are many unresolved inner child traumas which are still not solved, and that's why they go into spiritual bypassing. Yeah, they do not want to address why are they having that fear, why are they having that push and pull, why do they, they, like, all these things that they have, these sometimes come from spiritual bypassing. They only want to enjoy the highs, and they go for the learning and great things, but when it really comes to real deep work, sometimes they are scared to even face those fears. Okay. And that's why we should be grounding very often, that we can do the real work. Okay, we can do the real work. And then there is a death urge we spoke about last time, that lack of grounding makes us feel that we want to die. Feeling of homelessness, also happens when we feel very homeless. That also comes from grounding. Sexual imbalance, either you become too, sexually aroused all the time, or you have very little, libido, and that can also happen. Okay, so these are the things that we discussed last time. Okay, so but now I want to talk to you about from the real fact. What happens again? Spoke about this spiritual bypass, right? Spiritual bypass can happen in two ways. One is we are doing a lot of meditation throughout the day. We are doing a lot of seva. We might also be doing a lot of seva, but we are so scared of addressing the dark parts of our life, and really asking that, why am I getting triggered? Why am I, behaving this way when this happens? And we do not address that. Okay, that can happen with spiritual bypassing. Another spiritual bypassing that happens is that we like the highs so much. We like the highs of meditation so much. Okay, whole day we only want to meditate, but when it comes to action, we do not take any action. In this world of spirituality, don't think that it will come to you. Many things you will be able to manifest, but manifestation also happens with inspired action. There will come an intuition where you will be told that now it's the time you have to take these actions. But if you say, no, I'm enjoying this feeling of high and I do not want to take any actions, I just want to enjoy this, then lifelong you might be meditating, but still you will never be able to get benefits, because you will not take action. Okay, so this is what happens. But this is the balance that comes with grounding. It helps us to take action wherever action is needed. It helps us to take action. Also, another thing very important is that, friends, grounding also happens when we realize, grounding means, it also means taking action, and grounding happens when we realize that life is very limited. Okay, life is very limited. In the wink of an eye, we will be gone from this earth. Okay, and we have been given birth on this earth to really do some great things to contribute to humanity. Okay, I told you that in the beginning we might start meditating with the fun of manifestation and all these things, and you should also experience that. There are, I don't tell you that, no, 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 just go for enlightenment. How will you think of enlightenment if you're struggling in your own personal life? Work on your manifestations that you have challenges. But at the same time, after a certain point of time, your life is to really contribute, give your best to the world, so that people remember you. You know what? In Buddhism, there was this beautiful concept where they said that Buddha has done such great work that his life expanded by 25,000 years and more. Okay, there was this Lotus Sutra, one of the last sutra, talks about this, that Buddha has done such amazing work that he has transformed, he has become immortal, and his life has expanded for 25,000 years. So you might be asking here that, but we cannot see Buddha. Where is he? Okay, but when I read the explanation of it, they very beautifully said that, the work he has done. See, Buddhism is there till now, and it will continue for the 25,000 years and even more. So many people are getting benefited from Buddhism. It is because of Buddha's work. He only did not, once he attained enlightenment, he knew now he has to come down and he has to serve. He went out to people, he gave, meditation to people. Yesterday, it was a very quick decision. We should have planned before, but yesterday when, so many of our friends, they joined with the hope that, see, people will join. Even if they don't join, we will give our best. That's what was Buddha's intention. That, so, the kind of work he has done, his lifespan expanded by 25,000 and more. In the same way, do we not want that our people also remember us? Not in the terms of fame. I'm not talking about in the terms of fame, but that feeling that, I've done something which will be there for 25,000 years and more. Do we not want to do? And when we understand this feeling that, I'm not, this body is not going to stay, I have to do a lot of work, that's when also the grounding comes. Okay, another way where grounding comes is that the bodies, there are so many bodies, 7 bodies they say, but now I'll just explain in four terms, okay? So the physical body, etheric body, which is there with me, the etheric body is there. Physical body is the body that you can see. Okay, this is my body, which you can see the whole body. And the etheric body is a very subtle body, which is around the body. There is a photography, Kirlian photography, they say. When you take when you take pictures of somebody through that camera, you can see that etheric body around that human being, an energy body which is around, It is also almost similar. It also has those, nadis and everything, but it is energy body, it is not physical. Okay, these two bodies are there with me right now, right? With all of us. This is the body. But there is another body called astral body. Okay, that astral body has a lot of imprints of past lives karma. Okay, past lives, traumas, energies, so many things that astral body has, and it is also there with us. It is also connected with us. Okay, and what happens is this astral body, because we had so many traumas. See, so many traumas we have even in this life from childhood, right? When we have done so many of the therapies and processes and meditation, you yourself have realized that we have gone through so many challenges. Imagine the kind of challenges we had in so many 350 to 400 births, we have taken. What happens is that the astral body, it gets fragmented, and the energy can stay in those lives as well, in the past lives as well. Okay, and when our personal energies are there in the past life, imagine my energy is not completely here. It is also there in one life where I was a queen, one life where I was a prostitute, one life where I was a soldier. So many traumas. I was killed in I might have been killed in a battle place. So many traumas and so many energies are stuck there. Okay. So what happens is that that's why many times you will see that we are not completely present in the present moment. Okay. What happens is that we are very much, we are very much scattered, and that's when we have to be, we have to be very aware to bring our all the energies back to the present moment. So bringing energies back to the present moment is also grounding. Okay, you might be, did you see many things we do and we see that actually I'm doing, but I'm thinking something, or my energies are scattered all around, right? That means I'm not grounded in my body. I'm not grounded in the present moment. Grounding also means being completely in the present moment. Okay, so how do we do? So when we are grounded, when we are very grounded, friends, we feel very whole. Sometimes you will see we look for so many things from outside, right? We look for friendship from outside. We look for validation. Yesterday we spoke about we look for appreciation, validation, love, we look for so many things, and we look for all these love to fill us, make us feel whole. But still, when we get it, we don't feel whole. Did you realize that? We think that this will make me whole, but it doesn't. Once you get it, you will see that it still doesn't make you whole, because we are fragmented. The energies are there. Once we bring all the energies back to this present moment, we are whole just the way we are. We don't need any friend, any lover, any partner, any parent, any children to complete us, any job to complete us, okay, any qualification to make us feel whole. We are whole just the way we are. That's what we will start feeling when we feel this, when we feel very grounded and in the present moment. Okay. So next is so when this astral body, okay, we are talking about this astral body. So what we have to do, we have to bring this astral body back to our body, completely integrate with the physical body. So astral body is fragmented. Now it is in different in past lives. Now I have to bring it back and infuse it in my body. Completely, my body, my physical body and my astral body is one. When this physical and the astral body becomes one, which also means when I am completely grounded in my body, these are the following things that happen. Okay, I feel alive every moment, right? Friends, sometimes, as I said, that there is so, we have everything in life and still we don't feel alive. And this also means when I'm completely grounded, I will again start feeling very lively, very lively. Okay. Recently, I did this. Anyways, I have many, and you will also feel very connected. Okay, you will feel very connected. I'll share the experience later. You will have healthy sleep cycles. Okay, another healthy one is if you have unhealthy sleep cycle, that will come back because it is completely grounded. Your energies are not scattered. It's grounded. Another thing, what happens is that it brings back the circadian rhythm. There are experiments which are done. Okay, people who travel all around the world, they go through jet lag, right? We have heard through the concept of jet lag. Jet lags can be very easily removed if you immediately ground yourself in the place where you go. खाली पैर उस जगह में जाके कुछ देर खड़े रहो. If you have gone to England, if you have gone to Europe, go and just stand there, okay, with your barefoot for a while. You will see, you will get back the circadian rhythm of that country, and you will be able to sleep in that country's time, the correct time. Okay, these happens when we are completely grounded in the body. Okay, when the astral
What
body.
about the body clock? What about the body clock, time clock?
Yes, the
Nothing with the
time
body
clock
clock.
also happens, but because because see, I am now connected to the nature and ground of mother of this India. Okay, so that's why my everything is, that is what body clock is, the circadian rhythm they say, right? My body clock is, this is the time I sleep. I sleep at 10 p.m. at India time. So when you go to Europe, you will feel very sleepy at 10 p.m. India time, right? That is your body clock. But the moment you ground yourself, okay, you will get into the rhythm of that place, that place. Okay, and your body clock will shift to 10 p.m. Europe time, sleeping time. Did you get it?
But I think it takes little time to adjust that.
It also depends on belief system. Okay, but if you see, there has been experiments that if you really ground yourself, it बहुतों का बहुत दिन लग जाता है दूसरे कंट्री में सेटल करना. It will take time. Everything takes time. But I'm giving you an example. Instead of taking 10 days, you will see in 2 days you adjust, 3 days you adjust. Did you get it? That's what the grounding does. It brings the body clock, it adjusts the body clock to that particular country's time. Try grounding once and then tell me whether it works or doesn't work, Momita. Okay? If it's very
Okay.
cold and you don't feel like going out, and do grounding meditation there, whichever country you go. Okay, but the best is to really go barefoot. Because I remember I went somewhere and my friend Cheryl, she recommended, because I say whatever I say, I say from my own experiment. I was really going through some challenges with my sleeping pattern, because I every 6 months I travel to India and I used to go back, right? This is what I did in the last 3-4 years when I was in Denmark. Every 6 months I wanted to come back to India. So Cheryl, I was telling Cheryl that, Cheryl, I'm really going through jet lag and feeling very sleepy, untimely. She suggested me that, why don't you try this? And I tried, and I knew that this was an experiment done by many people, but she just reminded me, and I really felt that difference. Okay, Momita, you should try.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so yeah, so then healthy body. Okay, healthy body, there has been so many experiments done. I told you last time also, this what is his name, Clint Ober. He was the pioneer, and so many people had autoimmune disease and all these diseases, incurable diseases, fatal diseases, and all were cured by grounding themselves. So and then so again, another thing happens is that it also brings balance. Okay, it brings balance in all aspects of our life. Grounding, how does that bring balance? Spiritual, physical. It brings a balance between the spiritual and the physical. It brings a balance between samsara and nirvana. Okay, so we don't get too much into spiritual, don't get too much into physical. Do you remember when we did that Upanishad? We were talking about that, having that beautiful balance of managing both of that. So, and then action in action. Okay. This also is like, is very, we don't know. Sometimes, we have, some people have a tendency to only keep taking action and without thinking, impulsive action. And some people are like, they will keep thinking, should I take the action? Should I not? Should I think? And the time is over. Okay. So when we ground, we get that beautiful balance. See, victory in our lives come when we are very, when we are very aware of our behavior, our actions, our transformation. So when we know that, oh, I am too lazy, I don't take action. Women, especially here, there are so many women, except my father here. And today, I think Panna is not keeping well, so he did not join. Tonmoy also did not join. He joined yesterday. So for women, we have a tendency. I told you, right? We have a tendency to always make sure that the men goes before and we always go last. For that, sometimes we also don't take, and also we have a habit of passiveness. Both the things make us, sometimes very inactive. So if I know that I'm inactive, I am not taking action, then this I should ground myself often, very often. Women, especially, when there is an imbalance. Ridan, can you open the door? When there is an imbalance, the men become unstable. There's a difference, like, masculine imbalance and feminine imbalance. Second, please come, please come. তোমরা একাই এসেছো? I have a session, you could have said. So nice to see you. Okay, my friend came from very far, but she's leaving. I will see her some other time. Okay. So, where was I? Where was I? I forgot. I became so happy to see her. Yes, action. Yes. What happened is that, friends, when masculine energy becomes imbalanced, they become unstable. When feminine energy becomes imbalanced, they become ungrounded. That's why, especially for women, we have to do more of grounding, friends. We should never sacrifice our life, our dreams for anybody, anybody. And sometimes, it's not the men in the family that who is telling you to sacrifice. We have this sacrificing nature. We always have this sacrifice. Okay, okay, okay. Others come first. Okay. This should not happen. And that can be balanced through grounding. Okay. Then awake and sleep. Okay. So awake and sleep is that we know when to sleep, when to be awake. You will see that some people sleep a lot, some people don't sleep at all. But when we are grounded, our sleep patterns are also very balanced. Okay. So now we have to know how to ground. Okay. So now we know grounding is so important to have victories in our life as well. Otherwise, क्या होगा ना, आप ना मजे करते रहोगे. There are few things for which I've taken this session. One is बहुत ज्यादा meditate करोगे, so there are chances that you might feel ungrounded. Okay. So then you should go for these grounding thing that I will be sharing now. Okay. Otherwise, you'll feel very, you'll not feel stable. Okay. Second is that you might be meditating but still you will see that you will not be taking any actions, any actions. Maybe, I have heard so many of my friends, they are saying they want to study more, they want to pursue career more, they want to read. Why are you not going for it? Meditation is not just to meditate. You should start taking actions. Okay. Grounding will help you to give you the guidance, which course should I apply for, what should I do, how can I improve my like my the whole whatever the career opportunity that I want in my life, how can I improve that? Okay. So this is what you have to do. You have to take action, and for that you need grounding. Okay. So how do we ground? We ground through hugging trees. Okay. Especially in cold countries where we cannot walk barefoot, it is so important. First of all, when we see a tree, that tree is not just a tree, it has its own consciousness. It has its own wisdom. Trees are so beautiful. It is there for so many years. It has learned so many lessons and it is because it is connected, it knows everything all around. If you just by touching a tree, by hugging a tree, you can feel how wise the tree is, how grounded the tree is. And you can also feel the consciousness of the tree if you touch the tree, hug the tree. But still, if you cannot feel anything, just go and with your bare hands try to hug the tree. Okay, this is a very good exercise for grounding. It will ground you immediately. Okay, then what you will do is mindful walking. Okay, I talked about being in the here and now, right? That brings us also, that also grounds us. So how do we do the mindful walking? We it's not, mindful walking is not like putting my headphones on, music and everything, and I'm doing a jog and a run and all these things. Mindful walking is not that. Mindful walking is, observe when you are walking. Especially, again, this can be done in winter countries because you don't need to be barefoot. What you can do is that you can walk observing everything that is happening all around. You can observe the music, the song of the birds, observe the trees, how they are flowing, and observe how the wind is blowing. Try to be very aware of whatever is happening. Look at all the life around you, see everything that is there, a butterfly, a tree, a bird. There are near Copenhagen, I had this beautiful lake, and it was so beautiful, filled with swans and all the ducks. And I loved staying there sometimes. I used to stay there for hours and, enjoy those birds. Sometimes I used to talk to them. I feel that they can understand. They give you so much of healing just, by being in the presence of animals. They will ground you. Animals can ground you, and animals can heal you, friends. Again, this makes us so humble. We think that we are great, we are better than human beings. Now realize that, animals have when we pet animals, we have pet animals, people who have pet animals. Being with pet animals gives you grounding. They bring you back to the, because animals, they are never in the past or in the future. They're always in the present moment. You never see an animal, crying for, oh my God, what happened in my past, or worrying about their future. They're always in the present moment. And because of their present moment, when we take care of animals and we are there with the animals, it grounds us as well. Okay. And then yeah, so this is what I have just spoke, right? And and uh, and and don't, when you are walking now, don't get lost in the mind. Okay, then again, it is not mindful walking. You are walking, but you're thinking what will happen, what are you going to cook for dinner tonight, what will you say to your boss. You are not going to do all these things. Okay, you are just enjoying the moment. Let your mind become totally empty when you are doing it. For people, there are so many of my friends who are from Denmark who cannot go out. You can also do, sometimes it's not possible, it is so cold. Okay, Joita, you want to say something? You unmuted. You just got
No,
unmuted.
no, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Talking, keep talking. I'm just listening. No, no, it's okay.
Okay. So for people from cold countries, what you can do is that you can ground in whatever actions you are doing. Okay. घर पे जो भी कर रहे हो ना, do it very mindfully so that your mind again doesn't occupy. You know, you don't start thinking too much. If you're touching this, touch it and see the color and the texture of the pen, and try to feel it completely. Okay, so this is what happens. Okay, when we completely, so I'll give you some opportunities of grounding. People who cannot go out too much, you can ground yourself when you're brushing. Okay, when you're brushing, try to observe how how the brush is moving, how how your hand is moving. You can also do it through driving. So sometimes, when we drive, I drove for 5-6 years in Bangalore, and now I am very scared. So I'll be taking again driving lessons. But I remember driving after a certain point of time becomes very, it becomes automatic. Okay, so automatic means it becomes like swimming. You don't have to think, you don't have to do anything. But that also is a negative point, because when it happens automatic, your brain can start thinking, because you don't no need to worry about how you are using the clutch, the brake, the pedal, all these things. You don't need to worry, because ye to abhi, it has become like swimming. It just happens on your own. This is what I remember when I used to drive. Okay, I'm driving, and I put on the FM, and I used to drive, and बहुत कुछ सोचते सोचते मैं जाती. Okay, but now, friends, I've realized that is not that means I am again not mindful. So even when you're driving, try to be very mindful about, if people who can drive and they drive, try to be very mindful when you are driving. Observe everything you are driving. Washing can also be done very mindfully. Yoga, I go for yoga every day. And the first day when I went, I really try to, even when I do yoga, for my motive, my intention is that when I do my yoga, I should feel the breath in, breath out. I should feel the body, and that I'm one with the body and everything. But the first day when I went, I remember the first 1 2 days, I remember that, I started observing, because I was very, like, I'm an ambivert. So it's a new place. So for me, the first thing is that, I will start being very cautious about the people around me, the tutor and everything. And I forgot that I have to be very mindful. Okay, because I became a little, like cautious. After a few days, when I started feeling safe, and I started feeling very safe in the studio, I started enjoying the yoga, because I was totally, yoga doesn't mean, yoga is not about putting on a music, and it's not a circus. Yoga in reality was made so that we ground ourselves. Okay, yoga is also another way of meditation. It's like being a union with your own body. Yoga itself means union, right? It means that feel the union of your own body. Okay, but after 2 3 days, I realized, no, 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 this is not the way. I'm not enjoying. I came back to my understanding that I have to feel, I have to observe my breath, breathing in and out, feel how my body is moving, enjoying every move instead of being very cautious. Okay, this is how we can also ground. Okay, then drinking and sipping, through drinking and sipping also, we can also feel how we can, when we are observing the cup of tea and everything, all the astral energies from all the past lives, we can, with awareness, we can bring all the awareness to the present moment when I'm drinking that tea, and I'm completely grounded there in that present moment. Okay, and now how to make sure. So हमको तो पता है, लेकिन डेली लाइफ हमारा इतना हेक्टिक होता है, किसको याद रहता है ग्राउंडिंग करना? दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन यू माइट बी आस्किंग के, आई नो, ठीक है, आई गॉट एवरीथिंग, नाउ आई डोंट नो हाउ टू अप्लाई. हाउ विल यू अप्लाई इज, फर्स्ट इज दैट, make an intention. Maybe you can put an alarm, okay, or make an intention that 15 times a day I will bring back my thought to the feeling whether I am grounding myself or not. Okay, to question myself 15 times. I will question myself that, am I grounding? Am I, if I'm not, let me ground, let me again enjoy a little bit time of grounding. फिर भूल जाओगे, शायद भूल जाओगे, तो then again bring back the understanding that, let me ground. Okay, so 15 times. अगर 15 times बहुत ज्यादा है, start with 5 to 10 and then go to 15. Okay, next, what you can do is that, how to ground yourself. The best way of grounding, friends, for Indian friends, I will not ask you to do all these. Go to your park which is nearby, put your bare foot down. 2 3 days back, one of my friends, she was like, she was very ungrounded, and she was telling me, Sanjukta, I'm feeling so ungrounded, please tell me what to do. And I said, go immediately and just ground, barefoot, half an hour to 1 hour. At least half an hour to 1 hour is a, bolte ki we we are so stressed. We feel so stressed throughout our life. There's so many ups and downs happen in our life, right? And we there is so much of negative energy that gets charged, our body holds, right? But the moment, and that's why it leads to anxiety, it leads to depression and so many things. But the moment you will see, if you can, in the whole day, if you can ground yourself for an hour, you will see, all the charges, all the stress that you had hold are gone. Not just that, check for yourself. If you have headache, if you have body ache, बॉडी में कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है, प्रेग्नेंट वुमेन में कितने प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं, आप हाफ एन आवर से 1 घंटा, 1 घंटा इज द बेस्ट. इफ यू कांट, देन गो फॉर हाफ एन आवर. Just sit barefoot. You will see, you will realize कि इतना पेन था, गया कहाँ. The Mother Earth is so beautiful. It takes away that negative charge, okay, from body. Okay. How do we ground? Again, taking care of animals, I said, planting trees. When we are taking care of trees, that also means we are grounding ourselves. Touching, and yeah, these are the all ways of grounding. Yes, friend, grounding is so important. And the best way of grounding, friends, is when we do seva, we very easily can ground. That's why, seva has multiple benefits. See, I can take care of this group on my own. Okay? I don't need anybody. Okay? I'm not saying out of arrogance. Panna told Tanmoy, and Tanmoy says, Didi, Pannada always says, you are, 10 in 1. Okay? So I've always been able to challenge hoga bhi to, I will be able to manage. But I want people to join, because so that they can get benefits. They can get the benefit of seva. Yeah, Momita, I'm sure she so beautifully has accepted the, the moment I posted in the group, in just few hours, Momita said, Didi, what to do? This is what I really like about her. That, she is like, Didi, I want to do, tell me what to do. Okay? Friends, I'm not pushing you, but seva is for yourself, You can do it. See, like here also, another very important thing that seva does is that it grounds us. It really grounds us. It makes us, because क्या होता है, हम जब सेवा करते हैं ना, हम अपने आप को ना, like, हमको करना ही है. जैसे मोमिता को लिखना ही है, उसको messages every morning, evening, twice she has to post a message every day. She has to take action. She has no other option. Because she is a volunteer, she also has to join from the beginning. Isn't it, Momita?
No, it's not a challenge. It's not a challenge, and because I love to do that. It comes from within.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is grounding her. She because female has a tendency to, go into escapism. Always men comes first, women are last. The men in the family, man or a partner, they will sacrifice everything for their partner. This is the women's tendency. But we need to bring back our balance, friends. We have to bring back our balance. You come first, and then everybody. Okay? Okay, and I'm so grateful. Yesterday, I just asked for volunteers. And so many people, Bhavni joined as a volunteer. And then who joined, Momita? Panna joined, Tanmoy joined, Minakshi joined, right? So, and Momita, though, as usual, she's always there. Yeah. So, friends, I really encourage you, in some way or the other, like, as for example, today, Bonoshri will be doing seva with her experience sharing. So, Bonoshri, we want to hear from you. And then we will go into meditation. Okay.
Hi everyone.
I will pin you, Bonoshri.
শুনতে পাচ্ছো?
Yes.
হ্যাঁ, আমি যদিও তোমার মতো গুছিয়ে বলতে পারবো না, বাট আমি ডেইলি ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ ইউজ করি, তাই না?
হ্যাঁ, please,
হুম,
Bonoshri, please be
হ্যাঁ,
very comfortable with whatever language.
হ্যাঁ,
You are doing seva,
মেডিটেশন
that is important.
ইয়েস, আই থিংক সো। তো মেডিটেশন মেডিটেশন নিয়ে আমার অ্যাকচুয়ালি খুব বেশি ধারণা ছিল না, বাট রিসেন্ট আমি তোমার সাথেই স্টার্ট স্টার্ট করেছি। বাট আমি আমার একটু ব্যাক লাইফে আমার যেতে হবে, তাই না? আমি আমি অনেক ছোটবেলায় আমার মা মারা গেছে। দেন আমার বাবা অনেক বিজি থাকতো। দেন বাট আমি আমার হোল লাইফ আমি আমি আমার নিজেকে আমি কন্ট্রোল করেছি। আমার ভালো দিক, আমার মন্দ দিক, তো সবকিছু আমি নিজেই কন্ট্রোল করেছি। বাট ওই সময় ছোটবেলায় আমি ডিপ্রেশনে ছিলাম কি ছিলাম না, ইভেন আমি সেটাও বলতে পারি না।
Hmm.
বাট আমি স্টাডিতে কনসেন্ট্রেট করতে পারতাম না। আমি শাই ফিল করতাম। তারপর আহ, বিভিন্ন লোকজনের সামনে আমি আমি ওপেন ছিলাম না। সামহাও ডেনমার্কে আসার পর আমার অনেক কিছু হেল্প হয়েছে। বাট মেডিটেশনের ইয়েতে মেডিটেশনে যাওয়ার পরে আমি যেটা ফিল করেছি যে আমি আমার আমার কাজের জায়গায় আমার অনেক আমার স্ট্রাগল ছিল, ইভেন এখনো আছে। বাট আমি আজকে শেয়ার করবো যে মানে যতটুকু আমার হেল্প হচ্ছে বা যতটুকু মানে আমি এখন বেটার ফিল করছি কাজের জায়গায়, সেটা হলো আমার আমার জবের জায়গায় প্রথম প্রথম চ্যালেঞ্জ হলো ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ। বাট এখন আমি অনেক বেটার। বাট ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজের জন্য আমি স্ট্রাগল করেই যাচ্ছি, বাট এখন বেটার। আর কি বলে, যেটা একটা কাজের জায়গায় বিভিন্ন ধরনের কলিগ থাকে, তাই না? কেউ রাফ থাকে, কেউ টাফ থাকে, কেউ ওয়াইল্ড থাকে। তো আমি সবসময় স্থির, আমি জন্মগত স্থির। তো প্রথম 1 বছর আমার আমি অনেক মানে যখন বিভিন্ন সিচুয়েশন আসতো আমাদের জবে, তো মানে সব সময়ই প্রত্যেক আধা ঘন্টা পর পরে মানে বিভিন্ন ডিফারেন্ট চ্যালেঞ্জ। আমি যেহেতু একটা ওল্ড এজ হোমে কাজ করছি, তো অনেক স্ট্রাগল। তো সবকিছু মিলে না আমার মনে হতো আমার মাথা কাজ করছে না। তারপর একে তো কাজের প্রেশার থাকতো, তারপর আবার একটা অন্য একটা কালচারের একটা এনভায়রনমেন্ট। তো আমাদের দেশীয় আর এখানের ইউরোপের জবের এনভায়রনমেন্ট টোটালি ডিফারেন্ট। তো এখন আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে আমি মেডিটেশন করার পরে তোমার কথা ফলো করছি। তারপর আমি নিজে থেকেও কিছু চেষ্টা করছি আমার ভিতর থেকে কোনো মিনিংফুল কোনো কিছু আসছে কিনা, তো ওগুলো আমি ফিল করতে পারছি আসছে। এবং আহ, যখন কোনো কোনো খুব হার্ড একটা সিচুয়েশন আসে, আমি আমি নিজেকে স্থির করতে পারছি এখন। আমি স্থির করতে পারছি। আমি ফিল করতে পারছি যে আমি এটা রাইট ওয়ে, আমি রাইট ওয়েতে করছি। বাট আদার, যেমন মেডিটেশনের ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ যেটা লেট ইট গো বা লেটিং গো, যেটা এটা আমি খুব ফলো করছি। যে ও ওটা বলছে ইটস গো গোবে, দেন আমি আমারটাই করছি। তো আমি আমার টাস্ক আমি ফলো করতে পারছি। আর ইমোশনাল দিক দিয়ে মনে করো আমি যখন আমি ফর এক্সাম্পল তুমি যে সেবার কথা বললে না, সেবা। আমার একটা পেশেন্ট, আমি একটু টাইম মনে হয় বেশি দিচ্ছি নাকি?
না না না, একদম না, প্লিজ
হ্যাঁ,
বলো।
হ্যাঁ। তো আমার একটা পেশেন্ট আছে যেটা মানে
Every
আহ,
experience
হ্যাঁ,
motivates and
হ্যাঁ,
others, please.
হ্যাঁ, হ্যাঁ। তো আমার একটা পেশেন্ট আছে, তো এখন ও একটু খারাপ কন্ডিশন। শি ইজ জাস্ট শি ইজ অন দ্য ওয়ে টু হেভেন নাও। তো সে খেতে পাচ্ছে না, অল্প কিছু জল খাচ্ছে, অল্প একটু ইয়োগার্ট খাচ্ছে, এরকম অবস্থা। সে ঠিক মতো মুখ খুলে মেডিসিনটা নিতে পারছে না। বাট আমি যেহেতু ডে শিফটে কাজ করি, সে ইভিনিং শিফটে আমাকে ডাকে। হ্যাঁ। তো মানে এইটা আমার জন্য এইটা মনে হচ্ছে যে আমি আসলে কিছু করছি। যে যে একটা 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 বয়স্ক মহিলা, সে ঠিক মতো কথা বলতে পারছে না, খেতে পারছে না, মুভ করতে পারছে না, বাট সে সে আমার নামটা মনে রাখছে। তো
Hmm.
সেটা আমাকে খুবই টাচ করছে ইদানিং, মানে এরকমই আমার ফিল হচ্ছে। বাট কাজের জায়গায় আমি যে স্ট্রাগল গুলা করতাম এখন আমার কাছে এগুলা অনেক হালকা লাগছে। ইভেন আগে যখন আমি স্ট্রাগল করতাম সারা দিন পরে আমি বাসায় যখন ফিরতাম মনে হতো আমার বডিতে মানে 1 পয়েন্টও আমার এনার্জি থাকতো না। মানে আমি মাইন্ড বডি সব মানে একদম এনার্জি আউট, এনার্জি 0 পয়েন্ট থাকতো এরকম। বাট
Hmm.
এখন আমি মনে হচ্ছে আমি সারা দিনে স্ট্রাগল করি বা আমার চ্যালেঞ্জ যায়, আমার হার্ড ওয়ার্ক হয়, বাট আমি আমি কাজের জায়গা থেকে কিছু নিয়ে আসতে পারছি যেটা আমি বাসায়, কারণ কাজের জায়গায় স্ট্রেস থাকলে ওটা আমার আমার বাড়িতেও আমার এফেক্ট হয় হতো।
Hmm. Hmm.
হুম।
Hmm.
তো এখন আমি দুই সাইড দুই সাইড আমি ব্যালেন্স করতে পারছি।
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, last time when we spoke, Bonoshri, I was at your place and you were saying that I get very tired and I get very exhausted. And there is a huge difference in what you are saying today, isn't it? You know?
ইয়েস।
Yeah. So when I was in Denmark, I met her, and at that time she was about to start meditation, but she didn't. So she was going through some health challenges. She was getting tired very easily. She was telling me all these things, and I was just telling her, just wait, you just start the meditation and you'll see the difference. And she's seeing the difference. And Momita, would you like to interpret her? I want to
Yes,
give you the opportunity. I don't want. Do
আর
this.
yes,
ওয়ান মোর থিং,
Yes.
যেটা প্ল্যান্টের কথা বলছো না, আমি মেডিটেশন আগে আমি গাছ খুবই পছন্দ করি। আমার
Hmm.
বাড়িতে তো তুমি দেখে গেছো অনেক প্ল্যান্ট আছে, বাট আমি
Hmm.
প্ল্যান্টের সাথে অনেক কানেক্টেড।
Lovely, lovely. Very nice. Plant আমাদেরকে
আমি
ভীষণ গ্রাউন্ড
হ্যাঁ,
করে।
আমার স্ট্রেস গুলো, আমার কষ্টগুলো আমি প্ল্যান্টের সাথে অনেক মানে অনেক সুন্দর মতো আমি শেয়ার করতে পারতাম।
হুম হুম
প্ল্যান্ট আমার শুধুর জন্য শুধু ডেকোরেটিং থিং এরকম কিছু না। আমার আমার একটা প্ল্যান্ট গুলো আমার ফ্যামিলি মেম্বারের মতো, আমার একদম ক্লোজ ফ্রেন্ডের মতো আমার কাজ করতো এবং এখনো করে। মানে আমার বাসায় ফুল অফ গ্রিন।
হুম হ্যাঁ, তোমার বাসা তো yes, I've seen her house.
হ্যাঁ,
It's completely green. It's like a greenhouse, beautiful, all around. Yes, even Monica Bodhi has also shared her experience. How these people living in Denmark, they have created such greenery in their house. Even Monica Bodhi is an example, like Bonoshri. Yes, I would hand over to Momita. I will unpin myself and I will pin her.
yeah.
Just because Lena is there. So,
Okay, yeah, thank you. So, just a brief interpretation of what Manashri has shared, that she lost her mother at a very young age, okay, and her father, of course, fathers are basically busy. So she is oblivious of the fact whether she was or she has been depressed during her childhood or not. So she, I mean, what she stated is that she used to handle or everything all by herself. So it means she has been independent since very childhood, and um, then after coming to Denmark in her, job, she used to struggle a lot, okay, because her job is so demanding where she works in an old age home. Okay, I mean, she's a caretaker. She gives care, to many patients. So where she used to feel exhausted post her duty after coming back home, and of course, that used to have an impact. I mean, by and large, at home. But now, after she has joined meditation, so that's kind of a stress buster for her, where she feels very energetic. Even after heavy duty at her job, whenever she comes back home, there is some takeaway. She feels very good about it, whatever she's doing, and then it gives her energy. And at the same time, she was sharing, and she has shared an anecdote of a patient, who is very, I mean, very ailing, I mean, not being able to eat or I mean, not really keeping well. Okay, and she's at a day shift. So so that patient, like, I mean, calls her or requests her, like, to be there with her during the evening. And although she's not being able to eat or even take medicine, okay, she's like, at such a pain, but then she remembers her name. She keeps recalling her. So that really gives her, like, a very positive feeling about that she's really uh, doing well in her job, or she's really mindful about what she is doing, that, like, I mean, it's kind of a reward. And also, she loves to nurture plants. That also gives her a lot of energy.
Mm. Fantastic, Momita. Thank you very much. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much,
Momita.
Shri, for taking the initiative. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you,
So,
Bonushri. Thank you.
okay, I'll unpin. So, takeaway. Any takeaways? Ki mone holo? I always ask for, at the end, ask for a takeaway. Ki mone holo? Any takeaway that you want to, so that, you do not leave the session without any takeaway. That this is what I want to do in my life. Okay. And from now onward, this is what I will be doing. Friends, grounding is so important. I'm telling you over and over, okay? Because in the beginning of my life, I didn't know the concept of grounding, and it really created a lot of problem in my life. So I'm really emphasizing the importance of grounding, so that आप लोग 10 साल बाद नहीं सीखो grounding, अभी से समझो grounding कितना important है. Okay? And yes, starting from, who wants to share one line, and then we will go for meditation. Do your seva, one line seva. Who wants to go? Anandita, Monica Bodhi.
Just a hilarious fact, okay? So
Huh.
you say that like, to be, barefoot, like, to walk barefoot, like, so, I mean, of course, in India, it's very possible. But then, I mean, just a hilarious fact, like, that every time you go barefoot, you have to come back and do pedicure.
Today only I was planning. I didn't have time because I had to prepare for the session. I was thinking, should I go for a pedicure?
Because it's so full of dust over here.
Yeah. And
You
Bangalore
need
is
a
so
pedicure.
cold, it makes your heels a little chapped. So I was thinking, should I go for a pedicure before I go to my parents? Then I didn't get time. Then I said, okay, I'll go in Madurai. Okay. So yes, but the fun part aside, we even if we need a pedicure, friends, we need grounding. It should not be like that. Yeah. Anandita, কোথায় তুমি?
আছি
What is your takeaway?
আহ আমার কাছে মনে হয় গ্রাউন্ডিং তোমার তখনই মনে হবে তুমি সামনের সিচুয়েশনটাকে তুমি যতটা ভালোবাসছো তত তাড়াতাড়ি গ্রাউন্ডিং করতে পারবে হয়তো, তাই
সামনের
না?
সিচুয়েশন মানে?
সিচুয়েশন বা সামনে যেটা বললে তুমি যে
হুম
সাপোজ আমি কোথাও একটা গেছি এবং
হুম
আমার তখনও টায়ার্ড ফিল হচ্ছে, আমার স্লিপি ফিল হচ্ছে পুরোনো
হুম
জায়গার সাথে। তো তুমি এখন যেখানে আছো সেই জায়গাটাকে
হ্যাঁ,
যতটা
absolute
ভালোবাসবে
present moment. Yes,
তখন
present
তুমি
moment.
অনেক বেশি গ্রাউন্ড হতে চাইবে, বা সামনের মানুষটাকে তোমার যত বেশি ভালো লাগবে তত
হ্যাঁ
বেশি তুমি তার সাথে ইন্ডালজ হতে চাইবে, বা তোমার এখনকার মুহূর্তটাকে তোমার যদি ভালো লাগে তাহলে
হুম
তুমি অনেক বেশি গ্রাউন্ডেড হতে চাইবে।
হুম। আর মুহূর্তর থেকেও again মুহূর্তটা আবার বাইরে চলে যেও না। Okay?
হুম
Present
হুম
moment also doesn't mean you keep now enjoying the person in front. Even the person when you're enjoying your thoughts will again start moving. Grounding is
হুম
not about enjoying the moment. Mane, you can also, the thoughts might keep coming up. Then that is not grounding.
হুম
Then you just look at the beauty of the person. Look at when we talk too much, we get ungrounded. So এখনের মুহূর্ত, it also doesn't mean then we will start talking to somebody and then it will make it, then it is not grounding. Okay, that is essential.
আমারটাই প্রবলেম, আমি জাস্ট আউট হয়ে যাই।
Has. That's why I know you. So that's why I'm just making you aware. Because you will see me that I will be very, only in class you might be seeing me talking so much. But normally, if wherever I go, I will try to be with myself. And if somebody comes, I will talk. I will not disrespect, but I will try to be in the moment. So in the moment means, why can't you love somebody even without talking? You know, I love the idea of, me and somebody, my partner, sitting beside, not talking, just enjoying each other's, essence, or my friend, you sitting beside, and we are just enjoying that company, even without talking, you can feel each other just by looking. For friends, okay, we don't need to, we just by sitting. Well, there is a very beautiful thing. They say that your connection with your partner deepens if you can look at your partner's eye for 4 minutes continuously. Sometimes talking is not possible, or talking is, like, you don't feel like talking. Sometimes it's the beauty is in the silence. Then use the silence, just, that is again grounding and very being mindful. Looking at each other's eyes for more than 4 minutes creates a very strong bond between partners. And this can be used, I think it can be used for friends as well. Friendship also needs bonding, right? So,
Yeah.
instead of talking, just enjoying that moment, being with that friend, you know. Otherwise, बा करते रहते हैं, और आधा टाइम हम लोग बकवास करते हैं. Don't you think so? We women,
Yeah.
and that's why I don't talk. मुझे लगता है कि मैं मुंह खोलूंगी तो बकवास करूंगी, इससे तो अच्छा है बंद रखूं मैं अपने मुंह.
আমি এক্স্যাক্টলি এখন তাই করি, যে মুখ খুললে কিছু একটা গন্ডগোল করব, তার থেকে বন্ধ রাখো।
That is my policy. That talk only when it is essential. Talk only when it is essential. And yes, next is Lena.
Yes.
Yes. What
Uh,
is your takeaway, darling?
what
With
is
our
my
episode.
takeaway? That is, be mindful. And as you said, that 3 times put alarm that I'm going to do,
Yeah.
and be in the nature. So I'll feel good.
Mm-hmm. There are many dreams that even Lena, I'm talking about two things for you. Health. Go to the mother. Mother Earth is a very beautiful. This I'm telling, but Mother Earth is like a goddess. You can also share your pain with her. Tell her that, Mother Earth, I'm so much in pain. Please take away my pain and transform this. She transforms.
Okay.
She's so
I'll try.
amazing. Yeah. Take away my health issue, transform my body. She transforms. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
She always
Okay.
transforms. She always diminishes the negative completely and expands the positive.
Oh,
She's like a god. She's like Durga, Parvati, Lakshmi. She's another goddess, darlings. Remember, we हम walk भी करते सोचते कि भगवान के ऊपर walk कर रहे, goddess के ऊपर walk कर रहे. And she listens to all our pain. Share your pain with her. When you feel very lonely, it also makes us feel very connected. The days when very surprisingly, I don't do grounding meditation every day. Okay. But I have many spiritual friends who contact me once in a while, male, female, both. Okay. And the day, I think today, whenever I do anything, I try myself. So then it's very convincing. It should not come from superficiality. So I did my grounding meditation today completely. The moment I did, so many of them have messaged, how are you doing? Long time. And, they message me, but एक ही दिन में मयूर ने भी मैसेज किया, शेरिल ने भी मैसेज किया, प्रिया ने भी मैसेज किया, शशि जी ने भी मैसेज किया, so many, Siddharth uncle ne bhi message kiya, so many. And I said, see, grounding, what they do is that, when we ground, we feel very connected to our friends and everybody. You will suddenly see that your friends who are not even in touch, because you feel connected, you are connecting, you are energetically trying to connect with all your friends. They will also try to connect to you. Okay, this is such a beauty, and you'll not feel depression. कहाँ से आता है? हमको लगता है हम अकेले हैं, हमारे साथ कोई नहीं है, हमारा problem अकेला है. But you know, spiritual friends, especially, I also need friends. You are there, and I have my old spiritual friends. They're always there. You know, whenever I have seen that, whenever I'm a little sad, somebody or the other will cheer me up with their messages or calls, and you know, they will talk and they will, you know, cheer me up. So this is what grounding does. When we are grounded, our friends and this support system of the whole earth also comes us to help us and support. Okay. Next is Momita, you want to share, and Bonoshri, you want to share? Bodhi is also there. Who wants to go first? And then very quick, one line, but then we have to go for a meditation.
Yeah, to be mindful, like at everything that we do, like, to be always in the present moment.
Yes, yes. And I think Bonoshri has already shared her plan story. We want to hear from Bodhi. Bodhi, achu ki tumi? Monica Bodhi? She's not there, I think. That's why. Otherwise, normally she responds. I think she has slept off or she's gone somewhere. Okay.
No, no, আমি আছি।
Normally you respond so fast, Bodhi. So I thought you are
এটা
gone.
মন থেকে আনমুট করতে একটু সময় লাগছিল।
হ্যাঁ, কি করতে? ও আনমিউট করতে। ওকে।
হ্যাঁ,
ওকে।
না বলি যে আমি যখন জব থেকে বের হই না, আমি চিন্তা করি যে আমি কেন হাঁড়ি করবো, আমার ঘরে তো ছোট বাচ্চাও নেই। বাস যদি আসতে দেরিও হয়, আমি বাস দাঁড়িয়ে একটু রিল্যাক্স করলাম, বা ওয়েদারটাকে দেখলাম, এই করলাম সেই করলাম, বাসে বসলাম। অনেক সময় আমার দাদার সাথেও কথা করি, বলি যে কেমন গেল দিনটা, এই সেই 2 মিনিট 3 মিনিট পরে বলে আমি আর কথা বলতে ইচ্ছা হচ্ছে না, আমি একটু রিল্যাক্স করবো, একটু বাইরের দিকে দেখবো, মনে হয় শান্ত হয়ে বসে থাকতে ভালো লাগে, ঠিক না?
হ্যাঁ।
এগুলি এই সময়টাকে এনজয় করতে ভালো লাগে, যখন বাসে বসে থাকি বা ট্রেনে বসে থাকি,
হ্যাঁ।
আরামসে বসে থাকো। এমনকি আমি মোবাইলও দেখতে ভালো লাগে না, ঠিক আছে, বসলাম
Very
রিল্যাক্স।
nice, very nice.
হ্যাঁ,
Yes, yes.
এই সময়টা ভাবি যে আমি এনার্জিটা আমার ফিরে পাবো। তারপর হচ্ছে
হুম।
আমি ডোন্ট টু বি ডিস্টার্ব, এই
হ্যাঁ,
সময়টাকে আমি
সেটা
আমার
আমিও
মতো
করি।
এনজয়। হ্যাঁ,
সেটা আমারও হয় এখন। যেমন আমি কাজ থেকে বাসায় ফেরার পথে মোটামুটি 20 মিনিট 20 মিনিট ওয়াক। আগে আমি হেডফোনে গান শুনতাম, বা দেশে কারোর সাথে কথা বলতাম, বাট আমি এখন টোটালি এটা করি না, করতে হয়ও না। আমি যে বাতাসটা ফিল করি, তারপর গাছপালা, তারপর আমাদের বাসায় আসার পথে একটা ছোট লেকের মতো, ছোট একটা নদীর মতো আছে, সেটার ওখানে আমি 1 মিনিট দাঁড়াই, এরকম করে করে 20 মিনিট চলে যায়।
আমারও ভালো লাগে এইগুলি। রাস্তার বিভিন্ন ধরনের লোক থাকে না, সমস্যা থাকে লোকের, তারপরে লোকের কথা শুনি। আমি ওর সাথে এসে বলি যে দেখছো, একজন বলতেছে যে ওর বোধহয় ওয়াইফ মারা গেছে না কি হয়েছে, বলছে যে এটা খুব ডিফিকাল্ট লাইফ টু বি অ্যালোন। আমি ওকে বলছি যে রিয়েলি এইগুলি আমি সব মানে রিয়েলাইজ করি, বিভিন্ন ধরনের মানুষের বিভিন্ন ধরনের সমস্যা, ঠিক না, এই পৃথিবীতে।
হুম। আর এটাই তো আমাদের কাজ,
এই-
বৌদি। আস্তে ধীরে we will become the bodhisattvas of the, আমরা actually the moment we start meditating we have become bodhisattvas of the earth. আমাদের কাজই হলো অন্যের কষ্টটা বোঝা, sympathize. You know,
আচ্ছা,
and last time also said, many times I've said, you know, we also will go through a lot of different kind of experiences. You know, otherwise what happens is that when somebody shares কেউ তোমার কষ্ট, এখন আমার কি হয়, what happens to me is that when somebody shares their pain, I can empathize with them because maybe somewhere deep down I have also gone through that challenge. If we don't go through that, sometimes we cannot understand deeply somebody's pain. এজন্য বলে না, এই যে যেমন বনশ্রী, she has gone through so much in her childhood. She has lost her mother. I think she, you know, even that I might not be able to understand. If somebody shares, I've lost my mother, she will be the best person to empathize with somebody who has lost her mother
of
in a
course.
very young age.
আমারও বনশ্রীর মতো ছোটবেলা আমার মা মারা গিয়েছিলেন, কিন্তু আমি এগুলোতে বুঝতে পারি যে মার সাথে মায়ের যে বড় হওয়ার জীবনটা, ঠিক না। একদিন
হ্যাঁ।
আমার ছেলে আমাকে বলছিল, কত ছোট, বোধহয় 2.5 বছরের ছিল, একদিন বলছে তার বাপিকে, বাপি, মাকে বুঝতে পারা যায়, ওর যে মা ছিল না। তখন আমার মানে আর কি, আমি এত ছোট ছেলে কিভাবে বুঝতে পারলো, মানে নিশ্চয়ই আমি কিছু ভুল করেছি, এই জন্য তো এই এই কথা বলছে, ঠিক না। মানে ও এমনিতে কথা একটু কম বলে, মেয়ে তো সারাদিন বক বক করতে থাকে। ছেলে হচ্ছে দিনে 10টা কথা বলবো কিনা সন্দেহ। কিন্তু একদিন তার বাপিকে এসে আমার ঠিক মনে আছে সিচুয়েশনটা, বলছে বাপি বুঝে যাচ্ছে মার যে মা ছিল না। আমি বলি যে, আচ্ছা এই এত ছোট ছেলে ও কিভাবে বুঝতে পারলো যে আমার স্বভাব মানে ব্যবহারের মধ্যে কিছু না কিছু গন্ডগোল ছিল, এই জন্য তো ও বুঝতে পেরেছে, ঠিক না? তারপর থেকে আমি পুরা মানে চেঞ্জ করে ফেলছি। আমি বলছি বোধহয় ওই জায়গাতে ও মানে বুকে লেগেছে, মানে মনে লেগেছে, কোনো কিছু হয়েছে
কিন্তু তার থেকেও
এগুলি।
বেশি কিন্তু বৌদি, you will be able to understand somebody else's pain. That is what my
হ্যাঁ
point is. এটা তো ঠিক আছে that you are also working on yourself. এটাতেও don't feel guilty, you know. I mean, kids
না না
have a, you know,
হ্যাঁ
kids, especially Bodhi, kids, na, at a teen age, na, they have a tendency to criticize. Once they come into a teen state, they have a
হ্যাঁ
tendency to criticize their parents. And I will take a class how আমরা যখন আমাদের নিজেদের parents কে criticize করি না, we close the door of receiving. Because আমাদের কাছে না যে universe এর যে blessings, it comes through parents. And when we criticize our parents, we close the path of blessing that comes from the universe, because it has to come through the parents. I also had a tendency to criticize my mother and my father, you know, because I used to, you know, everybody has their flaws,
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
and you
কিন্তু
know, at this, and teenage people, especially people who are rebellious, they will speak up. And
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
I did it for quite some time, and then I realized, no, it is, I cannot, you know,
না
especially
একটা
after,
বয়সের পরে একটা
হ্যাঁ,
বয়সের পরে লোকে বুঝতে পারে না যে মা বাবা আমার জন্য ভালোই করেছিল, আমি এই জন্য
হ্যাঁ. So don't
আজকে
feel
আমি এই
guilty,
জায়গায় এসে
Bodhi.
দাঁড়িয়েছি।
Kids have
না
a
না আমি
tendency,
বলতেছি,
teenage kids have
হ্যাঁ
a
না আমি
tendency to criticize. Don't feel guilty
আমি
about
বল
it. Even I criticized my parents at one point of time. Okay? এগুলোতে guilty feel করার কিছু নেই. Okay, let's start. Okay? We will start with today. We will do grounding meditation. Okay? We will do grounding meditation, and this also once in a while you can in YouTube there are many grounding meditations. Okay? You can do those grounding meditations. You can pick up any of those groundings. I don't record any meditation session, because then, you know, people will not join, you know, and satsangs, the power of the group energy is so important. So I will show you how you will do. You can just do grounding without any music, or you can also reach out to those YouTube guided meditations of grounding and do guided grounding that way. Okay, let's start.